Welcome to Wine Chats with Billy and Lindsay,
where we drink wine and chat life.
I'm so sorry.
Lindsay, welcome. It's our podcast, Wine Chats.
Is it? Hello.
It is.
We're so excited. Today we're going to be chatting about the Mile High Club.
Yes, because that's so us.
Which you'll find out in a second if it is or not. What is us is the Hitsy. We're going to be drinking Pinot Noir today. Billy likes the Pinot Noir, don't you?
I do. It seems like a really just a safe red.
Yeah.
Okay, it's like a nice entry-level red, nothing too like punchy in the face. Just a nice freaking red wine, okay? Jeez, Lindsay. So many details. She just wants it all. Do you know, when we first started Wine Chats, here's a little flashback, Lindsay used to do little fun facts about wine. Do you remember that?
Sorry, I was waiting for my mic. I do remember, and it was traumatizing because it was
Yes.
so stressful because I had to find a fun fact every week for wine, and I had to, like, if it wasn't a fun fact, I had to, like, find something that made it sound like we were knowledgeable in wine, which we're not. Even after 6 years, we're really not.
No!
So I found it quite stressful, so we fucked that off, and now we just,
And here we are just drinking it.
just drink the wine and think of a fun fact yourself, okay,
Seriously,
people?
just Google it. It's like our catchphrase, just Google it.
It is, and I really need to buff my... I have such spotty glasses.
You do, but you know what's really surprising me is for some reason I thought it'd be a little bit lighter, this Pinot Noir. Like, you know how they're normally like a little bit...
Well, it is compared to like a Shiraz or a Capsat, but it's nice. I love the
nice.
Hitsy. Seriously,
Yeah, good wine.
they make such good wines.
True story.
It is. Okay, another true story, Billy.
Oh, here we go.
So, Mile High, right?
Where did you even get this idea? This is one of Lindsay's like idea topics. Like, what
Yeah.
did you come across something, or like how did this come about?
I honestly don't know.
Tell us your journey with the Mile High Club. The Mile High Club, Lindsay. Oh my god.
Wow.
Great stuff.
I honestly, genuinely don't know.
That's okay. Just curious.
Something must have come up
Yeah.
on Instagram or socials. Something must have. There must have been an article or something. No idea.
Okay.
But I was like, we haven't talked about that before. Let's chat about it. But I wanted to figure out, like, how did it happen? No. How did it start? Who thought of it?
Seriously, who thought of it? Yes, go.
This is actually quite interesting. I'm going to read because there's a lot of information. So just sit back and enjoy my lovely squawky Canadian voice.
Or just fast forward a bit.
No! Okay, so according to Wikipedia,
Uh-huh.
one of the earliest references to in-flight sex found just 2 years after the first successful ascent
Okay.
of a hot air balloon is found in a 1785. Yes, 1785.
Frisky. Everybody wouldn't have showered much back then either. That would have been disgusting.
No, but wait, it's the earliest reference.
Right, okay.
Keep that in mind.
Okay.
So it was found in a betting book in a gentleman's club in London, right? And so the bet was like for so-and-so to have sex with a woman in a balloon, because they obviously didn't have airplanes back then, right? In an airplane balloon, those things. Hot air
Floating balloon. The thing that's in the sky.
A hot air balloon, 1,000 yards from the Earth, right? So that was the bet. So that was
Right.
found in the betting book. So fast forward to 1916,
Okay.
and a pilot named Lawrence Sperry, together with socialite Dorothy,
Oh.
Dirty Dorothy.
What did you say, 1916?
Yes.
Okay.
So they're the first known duo
Okay.
to have sex in a plane, and they put on autopilot, and it was like over New York. So 1916
Wow.
was the first time it would actually occur.
Yeah.
But the first reference to it was in 1785.
In a hot air balloon as well.
Well, yeah, because like what?
Just more space. That's great. No, I'm down.
Well,
Like,
yeah,
I think
but-
that's way better than...
True.
Right? Do you
Totally.
really have like the place to yourself?
Yeah, but like you'd have to hold like someone keep their hand on the.
It's fine. There's 3 hands available. 4.
I'm like, who are you having sex with? Which is that's fine
I've
if
just
you're
got
just
a one's holding and then you've got another 3.
It's fine. Yes.
It's fine. Totally doable.
Who did we just offend? Many people. Like always. So I thought that was actually really cool.
That is really cool. That's actually, I never even thought about like where did this idea start? Like how did it come about?
Yeah. Well, now you don't need to because now you know.
I just can't wait to listen to this episode back in 5 years' time and I forget that we ever had this conversation.
5 days time, Billy. You
Also.
forget things I say like 5 minutes later.
Oh,
So-
easily.
So I wanted to find some stats, but obviously it's a very like tricky thing to find like proper stats on because people.
Oh, yeah, totally. And how do you even stat that? Like you just ask people? Like how do you just like what are you even asking them?
It's
like,
a survey.
A survey.
Are you for?
Let's go to the surveys now. Lindsay has a list of them.
How would you even find?
Somebody has. Well, I'm like, why is anybody even curious about this? This is such a
What
weird.
do you mean? Why is anyone curious?
Like, I mean, like normally you take surveys for like, I don't know, like actual purposes, so you can like produce products or something. Like, why is somebody taking a so what? They can make like bigger cabins for like sex.
No, just for like. Are you?
Anybody
you
else
need,
curious?
You need to stop talking. You need to stop talking. Okay, so some surveys
Here we go.
have reported figures as high as 20% of flyers are claiming. No, wait, exactly.
Right,
That's
okay,
too
sure,
high.
sure, yeah.
Are claiming that they
Partaking.
joined in
Yes.
the Mile High Club, but a more conservative estimate is more like 1 to 6%.
Yeah, that sounds a bit more true. That's like 1 in 5 people, 20%. I did the math real quick.
Is it right?
Yeah, 1 in 5 would be like, bitch, you are not. No, that's lies. I don't believe any of you. I don't believe at least 4 of you.
Liars. So an interesting fact too, which I
Okay.
guess makes sense. Why is it such a big
Totally,
joint,
yeah.
right? Like it's a
Yeah.
what's the word? Like a prestigious club?
Yeah.
Prestigious
Prestigious.
too. That one too. They're different clubs. If you want to join,
100%. The prestigious club and the prestigious club are 2 very different clubs. It's true.
just join a club.
You're right. It is rather like prestigious.
So, but the thing is, having sex on a plane because the vibration, right? Like the humming,
Right.
and the vibration, like intensifies the
Sure.
inning and outing of body parts.
Oh my god.
And obviously, like, you know, you're doing something risque, right?
Yes.
You're in a
Yeah, absolutely. I get that.
freaking airplane having sex. So, you know,
How'd
that's
you
kind
do
of...
it, Lenny?
Billy, I'm not done.
Oh, we're not done yet.
Okay,
Okay, I'm
Jesus.
curious. I just want to see how fast you take it.
I'll
Go
leave you
on.
all in suspense. Okay, so the positions that you have, because obviously it's a very small bathroom, right? Small space. Unless if you're in freaking Emirates freaking lounge or whatever.
Yeah.
We're talking economy class, okay, people? So you've got reverse cowgirl. So the guy sitting
Sure,
on
yes.
the toilet with the seat down, gross. Still
It's all
gross,
gross.
but anyways.
Yes, yeah.
And then reverse cowgirl.
Yep, that makes sense. Can be done.
Yeah, it can be done.
Yes.
Or you've got, because I was reading, this one is like the chick could be sitting on the sink and the guy doing his thing.
Oh, this tiny. Those things are tiny.
Whose bum's gonna fit there? So I was like, well, no, it would make more sense for the girl to be up against this, like facing the sink in the window, and the guy behind her, right?
I would actually think, because you said reverse cowgirl,
Yeah.
like, okay, we can do a couple of different combinations there, because if she puts her knees on the seat, on the toilet seat when it's closed.
No, there's no room. Dude, if he's sitting there, where is
No,
she?
he's not sitting there, he's up behind her.
Oh, so she's
So it's like a
kneeling.
reverse cowgirl, but like the other way. Yeah, like she's kneeling on the seat and then he's
So he's
coming in
behind
back.
her.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it would be more comfortable for her to just stand up leaning against the sink then.
I don't know if you would have enough, because they're just narrow. I just feel, I mean, I haven't been in like a cabin, but they just seem so narrow for somebody then to be behind her.
He doesn't need lots of room to pump away. He just needs, like,
Yes.
once he's in there, he
Yeah, you just a little, yeah.
like, you know, thrusting away. Like,
Yeah, unless you, so I think go the other way if you need more thrusting space, you know what I'm saying? And then she wouldn't be like, her front would just be bumping the sink, like it would all just be.
I think his movement, instead of, like, you know when a guy going, it's more
Yeah.
like,
Oh,
like,
I see.
you know, like,
Is that what I've been doing wrong?
I think, well, not you, Henry. Like, I don't know what you're thrusting. You could have strap on. I don't know. What you do in your bedroom is fine.
I absolutely
It's-
do not have a
who
strap
knows?
on. I can confirm that with 1,000% accuracy.
It's a bit boring.
Yeah. Neither do I. I want to hear more about your strap on.
Absolutely not. The other hot tip, I thought this
Hot
was
tip.
really interesting, okay?
Do tell.
If
We will be the judge of that.
No, it really is. So if you're thinking about joining,
Okay.
obviously you don't want to get caught, right?
Right.
So take an air sickness bag with you, because then if someone goes, knock, knock, excuse me, sir, madame, what are you doing in there? Quickly, like, make yourself presentable and just open up the door. Oh, my partner's just really sick. I'm just here for moral support.
just come into the bag quickly, and then you got proof that there's vomit involved. Why are you in the toilet if you have a vomit bag? He's going to vomit straight into the toilet.
Ew, I wouldn't. No way. No, I would much rather.
I love that this is the thing that's really gross around.
You want to put your face near that toilet? I don't want to put my face near my toilet.
I don't want to be anywhere near any toilets at all.
Yeah.
Right, yeah. I'm just saying.
So, like, I actually thought legit. That was actually a good little tip. And then one last thing. I did read flight attendants. They actually just kind of turn a blind eye to
Lindsay,
it.
shut up. That is my thing. Okay,
I'll shut up. Okay, let's take a break.
Would you do it, first of all, before we... Oh, do we want to take that to the next... Let's take a break. Let's take a break.
Next one.
Yeah, Lindsay's just too hot. She needs to calm down.
I'm thinking you're distracted.
Lindsay, what is with our roasters today?
I don't know, but I'm
You
still
grow.
hot and flustered.
Oh my god. Anyway, okay, well, first of all, Lindsay, would you ever do it?
Oh yes, I'm so dirty.
No, I wouldn't.
Wow, I hope that's not your sexy voice. I'm not gonna lie. Wow.
It is.
Cameron, I'm so dirty.
Look, if I said anything to him sexual, he would not care what tone it was in. He would be like,
yeah,
baby.
Yeah.
No, I wouldn't at all. Only back in my younger day, the whole idea maybe would be exciting, but for me, it's the germs.
Right. Yes.
That is what is blocking me the most from it.
Fair enough. For me, well, obviously I would never do it. To me, that doesn't excite me.
Yeah.
Doing it in a place where people are going to be lining up, behind, waiting for the toilet, that thought doesn't excite me. I don't get off on being found, discovered.
Well, I don't think it's about being found. It's about being like, ooh,
No.
it's risky. Well, yeah, but I guess so. Actually, no, you're right. An element of getting caught, like someone
Right. Yeah. There's that, and because so many people get off on that.
Yeah.
I do not. That freaks me out.
Yeah.
And also I never even thought of the germs, but again, that's a huge no-no to me.
Stop. You never thought about the germs.
Well, because I never thought about doing it to begin with. So to me, it's that's just I would never anyway. But yeah, absolutely, the germs, gross. No. No, it doesn't. None of that excites me. None of that excites me. And I think, to me, sex. I mean, to me, many women, many people, it's a mental game. If I'm not excited by it, I'm certainly not going to be inviting anyone to come in with me.
Yeah.
Husband or not.
Yeah, and people get off by it too because they have fantasies about pilots.
Right.
And it's a thing in my deep, dark research that I did. It's a thing that they have fantasies about planes and pilots.
No, I have none of that.
No, me neither.
My dad was a pilot. Maybe that's why. Right? I'm not interested in any of that. Now, I was slightly disappointed. I have a few stories for you.
Oh, yes.
But I was slightly disappointed for a couple of reasons. First of all, I'd like to make a point that not all of Mile High Club happens in the toilets. Okay. Interesting.
Like under the blanket in the seats.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that, like you said, flighties, is this what you were going to say before? Flighties don't actually... Look, let me just read a few stories. Let's just go with that. Okay? All right. Flight attendant here. This is my first story. Oh, because this is on Reddit. Okay, so we went to Reddit. Of course, go to Reddit. Where else are you going to go? And then what was disappointing to me is that I didn't find any horror stories. I was hoping to find some funny stories.
Yes.
I found none. These were all just plain stories. So that's why I was a bit bummed. And I looked, and then all the other articles that I found about horror stories were all referencing the same Reddit post that I was reading. So it was a little bit boring in terms of...
And that's really disappointing because surely there are some horror stories out there.
Surely somebody was in the toilet having sex during turbulation and broke their dick. Surely. But no, I did not find any of that. There are no broken dicks in these stories, so you do not have to worry. Flight attendant here. She says, I would allow it. Mm-hmm. If you can maneuver well enough to have sexually pleasing performance in an aircraft lavatory that's covered in thousands of germs, go for it. So I found that interesting as well. Flighties aren't necessarily no, this is bad, don't do this. Yeah. It's more well, if you're not hurting anyone or yourself, or if you're able to catch whatever you can in the toilet, it's fine.
And if you're not being disruptive, that's what I came across. If you're not banging and moaning and groaning, you just do your thing discreetly. They just, when you leave, fine, high five, bye, good job, welcome to the club type thing. Yeah.
Yes. Okay, so these people were on a honeymoon. So they were very obviously on a honeymoon.
Yes.
Because she was wearing a veil and whatever.
On the plane?
Yeah, so they were going on, you know how some people are cheesy like that. No, I think it was like one of those cheesy veils, not like necessarily like the proper. Okay. Lindsay, she was wearing a veil. Okay, let her be. Okay, as we were heading on board, the captain was in the cabin and he said, hey, and then asked if we had gotten a limo for the wedding. They said no, and he said, well, this will be your limo. The other two people missed the flight. This must have been like a private flight or something.
I'm sorry, you have to stop. You have this black thing under your nostril that is driving me insane. Okay, you can.
And this is a 4K camera now. Like
it is, they can see it. Gross. I don't know what it is, but it's on my couch now.
My bad, sorry. And for the podcast listeners who didn't like see that, we could have easily coasted without anybody ever knowing.
But they need to know these things. It's behind the scenes magic.
So they didn't have a limo, and they are now the only two people in this cabin, apparently.
No, this is not real. This is not a real story.
Then they asked if they wanted any drinks on the house of the captain. They both ordered drinks. And then they gave them a few extra blankets. And then the flight attendant apparently said to them, because now Lindsay thinks
it's
this
not
is
real. Which cabin only has 2 people?
The captain said if you make a mess, you got to clean it up.
The captain doesn't speak to people.
She hands us the drinks and blankets and headed to her seat. And then they did their thing. And then apparently, he got some little badge from the captain. He posted a photo with it. Okay, Lindsay doesn't
Let me
like
see the
that
photo.
one.
Show me the photo.
I didn't do that.
See?
Lindsay, please, Lindsay with the details. Okay, just go with it, okay? This is a fantasy story, go with it.
Yeah.
God.
Fantasy.
Okay. This lady, or man, is not a flight attendant, but worked for a private aviation company. Now my nose is itchy. Can you hold this?
Oh.
That particular aircraft, the one that they were flying, does not have a flight attendant assigned, but the crews will let their clients get away with most things as long as it doesn't disrupt the safety of the flight. In short, the plane basically turned into an orgy and has since been dubbed the cum jet. It was down for several months getting cleaned and reupholstered. And the other people, like obviously the people got the bill. The orgies people got the bill. Okay, so don't go swinging up in airplanes. Apparently Richard Branson himself.
Yes.
So he's Virgin boss. I don't know if you read this, but once said that he's fine with people doing it on planes, and he actually tells his flight staff to be okay with it too.
Yeah.
Again, as long as you're not
being disruptive.
Totally.
Yes. He joined the club when he was 19, apparently.
Oh,
cute.
Richie,
Yes.
bless. This lady has been a flight attendant. Why do I say lady? It could totally be a dude.
I know. Rude.
They have been a flight attendant for nearly a year and have never seen 2 passengers join the Mile High Club. On the other hand, flight attendants do it all the time.
But I wonder if they do it in their special little toilet, right? That's different. That's a little bit more private.
But they're still, I mean, yeah, you kind of
You know what I
expect
mean?
that they would
Yeah.
all be joining the Mile High Club.
Well, not all, because like
All.
if they're
All of
married.
them. I feel like it's one of those things you must do. Anyway, that was the boringest stories I could come up with. The most funnest of the boring stories I could come up with.
That's it.
I'm not even joking. I'm like, all the other ones were literally just like, oh yeah, we were under a blanket and the flight attendant told us to stop, and then she walked away and then told us to stop again, and like, okay. Like, it was just literally people trying it on in, like, under blankets in their seats.
I've heard about the blanket thing. I honestly, I was gonna say,
Yeah, no, say it. I want to hear this.
No, like I wonder if I'd prefer under the blanket than the dirty bathroom.
Of course you would. And
Yeah,
you've got
right?
more space as well. Like, you can lift up the little middle bit between
Yeah.
you two. Absolutely. That's why I was, I think,
Yeah.
surprised when I started reading it. I'm like, oh, so you don't have to necessarily be in the toilet. Like, for some
Yeah.
reason, my high club was always very much like you go to the lavatory.
Totally. Yeah.
But
yeah,
this is like, no, people have joined it many different ways. Oh, there was one about like an A-lister who apparently said that he was on some sort of heavy drugs for the flight.
Excuse me.
Mind?
I mean, clearly
You're
not.
at
'cause I-
work, Lindsay. Control yourself, woman. She had all this time to sneeze, and now she chooses to sneeze. God. Where is that one that? Yeah, there was apparently a guy who was a rich and famous dude.
Oh.
And he sat in the front row, like, you know, where the flight attendants like face
Yeah.
you, and was just like jerking off on the flight, and then had, like, basically apparently couldn't remember because he was on all these heavy duty drugs.
Okay,
They didn't tell me who it was, and Lindsay doesn't believe it anyway. So.
No, I believe that story. I actually believe that one. Like, that's illegal. Like,
I know, how did
he
he
was
get
arrested.
I know. I hope he was too.
He probably was charged. Like,
Let's hope he
literally.
was. Yeah. I don't care that you don't remember. Jerking off in front of people is never okay, unless they want it.
In
Unless you're on the
privacy.
cum jet.
Ew. That story I didn't believe either. I believe maybe an orgy, but like it took months to reupholster. You wouldn't
What
have
did they do?
you exactly. You wouldn't have cloth seats. You would just wipe that shit down. Get the gurney. Psh,
Especially in a private jet. Get the gurney.
you know, pressure wash that shit off. Anyways, riveting.
Wow, are we done?
We're done.
We're
I need
done.
to go wash my hands.
Sleep. Ah, in my body.
Something.
Okay, bye. Bye. Thank you for joining us for this latest episode of Wine Chats podcast with Bildo and Lindeland. You can find us on our socials on Instagram, Facebook, and TikTok, and you can listen to us on any favorite podcasting app or watch on YouTube.
And don't forget to like, subscribe, share, review, comment, send us some love. We absolutely love it.
Chat soon. Come on, Lenny. Chat soon.
Chat soon.
Chat soon.
We're not putting this in.
Come on.
Okay, we'll add in chat soon at the end.
Yeah.
Both of us?
Yeah, go on.
okay. Chat soon.